Welcome. Um, Volleyball head coach Jeff Nelson. We're coming off a tough week, lost both of our matches, but we are back at home this week for both of our matches, playing Colorado State on Thursday at 7 p.m., which will we're hoping to jam Johnson. Tickets will be $2 at the door, and then on Saturday we have Wyoming at noon. Both Wyoming and Colorado State are 6-2 in the league and 14-6 overall.
Yeah, both teams are right above us. We're 5-3. Going back to last week, I think at San Diego State we ran into a team that's playing well. It was a good match, but we dropped it. They came out really aggressive, and I thought they just really played as good as they could play. And both sets 1 and 2 we could have flipped. We went to 22 and just couldn't seem to flip to the top side. But and then Saturday at Fresno, kind of different. We were in our first rotations and lost Carly Bedingfield. A player from Fresno came through the net and took her out. We hope we can get her back for the last weekend of the year, but pretty severe ankle sprain. We're being told she's out for several weeks right now, which we only have 4 weeks left, so several weeks doesn't sound good. And but I hope she can find her way back to get another match or two in her senior year. But that was a huge loss for us, and we struggled to regroup from that because we've actually, I was just telling Allison, we've only had 5 matches all year where we've had our whole lineup. And the person who also plays that position just got cleared the day before from a concussion. So we've got a few days now to regroup and try and figure that out, and that's what we need to do to have a shot this weekend, because we have a really tough weekend. But I know we can do it. We've got good kids, and they work hard, and just disappointing to not be able to compete in which would have been a match that would have kept us in first place again. And we just kind of were in disarray after the injury. And 2 of the game scores were close, but I never felt like we really got a groove after that. Moving forward, CSU on Thursday, very athletic, a different kind of team than they've been in the past, but very athletic. Challenges will be 2 really big middles, 6'6" and 6'5", and a Brianna Reynolds, really dominating outside hitter. She's currently 2nd in the league in kills and points, and she's just a really nice player, international type player. I think those will be the challenges in Thursday night's match. And then on Saturday, Wyoming's more of a balanced team. Again, really good middle blocking, but their challenges, they're more of a balanced team and really doing a nice job just moving the ball around and all that. So 2 different teams, but both playing well. They were picked 1 and 2 in the preseason, and they're tied for 2nd. We're right behind them right now, and I think it's a great opportunity for us. And you know, sometimes when things aren't going quite right, you got to suck it up and get after it. And I think we're ready to do that, and we'll work hard this week and be ready to battle. Questions?
How do you replace the production and having a senior like Carly Bedingfield on the floor?
Well, the thing that's hard to replace is her size. She's 6'3.5", and even if she's not getting her numbers, it's just imposing to opponents, to attackers, having that size in front of you. And when someone's got that kind of size, it makes the attacker change what they're doing, or at least think a little bit about what they're doing. And so I think we lose the presence more than anything. But she's had great blocking numbers, and she's been really consistent attacking for us. And we just got to hope some young kids are ready to step up or just battle. I can't ask them to do anything more than that. So.
Have you seen anything from your team that would make you feel like they are resilient, like they can bounce back from?
Sure, because we've been playing down all year, but yeah, I think we have good senior leadership. Pacheco continues to lead the way, and our setting, again, is improving every week with the 2 freshman setters. And, you know, I think the CSU is a tough one because they're a really big team, and we're a really big team, and that's the one thing we could do was match up with them that way, and this changes that a little bit. But no, I think we've got to change what we're doing. We've got to be a really good ball control team. We've got to probably dig more balls that we've been blocking, and stay in points longer, because if our block's not going to be as big, then we've got to stay in points longer to give ourselves a chance to win the points. So.
You mentioned 4 weeks left, so how critical will these 2 matches be as far as where you guys want to be in the standings? Getting closer
Well,
to the
they all
tournament?
are, because it's such a clump. There's just a top and a bottom. I mean, right now, and it's just like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6 teams that are 500 or above, and then another clump below at the bottom. And if we want to stay up there and have a chance, we've got to pick up some. We've got to win at home for sure, and then pick up a few road wins. But you know, the good part is we play the toughest teams at home ahead still, not on the road, so that starts this week.
How many teams do you feel like you guys will get into the tournament as far as
Probably just one. I think it's becoming increasingly difficult to do much more than that unless you have a perfect preseason, and no one in our league did. We've got a lot of teams with good RPIs, but not the kind you need. You right now, with anywhere from maybe 4 to 6 or 7 teams outside the Power 5 getting at larges, you've got to be pretty much perfect in your off season, and that just didn't happen. In terms of NIT, probably a couple bids, so probably 3 teams in postseason, but I think a couple of them will be in the NIT, or NIVC it's called, not the NCAA tournament.
What's San Diego State? We just can't seem to beat them, and this is probably the best chance we have because they're not really that good. And
actually, you're wrong. They're really good.
They've won 6 games.
Well, yeah, they've won 6 in a row, and they've beaten everybody above them in the league. They had a lot of injuries. They're really athletic. Had setters out, which can absolutely destroy a team. Yeah, no, they were 1-14 at one point, but then they won 6 in a row and beat pretty much everybody above them in the league. And they're 4-4, I think, right now in the league. And they beat San Diego, who's a USD, who's an absolute powerhouse last week. And
Game would have put us in 2nd place. And
sure, but they're really good at home.
Yeah.
They rarely lose at home, and that's just what happens. Athletically, they're outstanding. Teams get their acts together at different times. They're on a roll right now, and you know, we'll see how they do on the road. They've gotten to play at home a lot in the first half, so we'll see how that goes. But I think they're a really good team, and I think they're the team that all of the coaches in the league feared the most because they do have the crappy record, the crappy RPI, but everybody knows how athletic they are and physical. I mean, they've got a middle blocker that could be playing on the national team. So Deja Harris, she's really good. So it's a tough one, but I think the bigger thing coming out of the weekend for us, though, is losing Carly, because she's a really nice player. She's really consistent, really steady, and our bigger challenge is filling that and filling it with kids that are ready to pick up the slack for what she did. So, anything else? Thank you.